Yo, what is up YouTube? I'm back with another EvoMON video. And as you guys see here, I am currently 9 in the world on the tower, like on the little tower leaderboard. At one point I was ranked number 1 and I was ranked number 2 for the longest time. But obviously I had to go to work and yeah, they surpassed me pretty easily. I'm surprised someone beat Aquachill. He was like number 1 for the longest time. I think he was the first person to hit level 70. But anyways, a lot of people have been asking me to give a like review and like tips and tricks to how to progress the tower. So this is for more of the like higher leveled people, but I mean, you don't really necessarily need to be higher leveled. But basically what people do not understand is that you don't need to just have super strong monsters. Yes, you can have like high leveled monsters and progress the tower, but you probably get up to like level, like I want to say like waves like 40, like probably like level 40, and that's where you start to plateau because you are not fully utilizing your monster's abilities. So first things first is monster combos. What I like to personally do is I like to use my lava rock because his ultimate deals deadly eruption. Basically, he creates a sandstorm where it deals 6% of max HP damage to all non-ground and non-rock EvoMons at the end of each turn. Now, the only thing about it is I have to actually be able to pull it off. So what I like to do is I like to so usually when I go against a monster that isn't going to one-tap me, he unfortunately is going to one-tap me, so I might try to counter this. Ooh, nice. So yeah, counter is definitely one of the best moves in the game. But what I like to do personally is I like to like survive, but I'd prefer to hold on. Give me a second. I like to use someone else so that my guy can charge up his deadly eruption. Now he's probably not gonna let me pull this off because he is faster than me. Yeah, but as you can see here, when I'm going against a monster that isn't this guy who has a super effective move against my rock guys, I will have a chance to actually activate that. And another way to actually do combos like this is just finding something that has synergy. Example, like this guy, like my guy's sleep powder. It's very, very good for himself because he combos with himself. So he can put sleep powder and then put hallucination and then, you know, just hypercast it basically. But anyways, let me talk about stacking. So like I said, hallucination is a what's it called, an effect that you can put on like enemy monsters. Basically, my hallucination can inflict 3 stacks of Psymark, which whenever someone else does a different type of move, like example, if I put 3 stacks of Psymark and then I use Mega Drain, I will do the 60 damage on top of another like 60 damage, I believe, to that person, because it goes off of their max HP damage and not really with what your damage is. So it's literally just another bit of damage. So I have to the stacking is a max of 15, and at that point you are basically, if you do like an 80 damage move, so you do 80 damage to the monster, you will have like another 500 extra damage if you have like 15 Psymarks on the enemy. Now, I will say it is hard to actually get 15 Psymarks on the enemy because sometimes they'll just one-tap you and you get cooked because your guy isn't fast enough. Now, for that, you might want to get someone a bit faster because there's really no way to get over that. Or what people don't understand as well is you should have cannon fodder monsters. Basically monsters that are made to die for you, and their only sole like reason of living is to achieve one goal, put a status effect on them. I like to use my Flutterby or Flutterby, whatever, to lower the target's accuracy by 2. Now, this is a very cheesy strat. It doesn't always work because sometimes they have immune to like abnormal status and stat reductions. But what is it? It has worked once or twice for me, where I just have someone who just puts a shit ton of like accuracy stuff or like damage stuff and everything, so that when I do have like my guy out, he doesn't one tap me or he misses. On the best odds, is that he misses the attack, and then you're able to use sleep powder, hopefully sleep him, hallucination, hypercast, etc, etc, etc. You see what I'm saying? If you don't know who this guy is, this little guy here, he is the evolution of Dedubud. So yeah, if you were wondering who that was. But anyways, yeah, so over here is where you can also, like, you know, you can really, like, there's a ton of status effects that you can really work with. Example, Frostbite. I really like Frostbite because it locks 3% of their max HP. Basically, I don't know if you ever played Slay the Spire. It's like Doom, or for like a better example is like basically, I have a guaranteed I'm taking that much HP from you. So if you have 300 HP and I use Frostbite on you, I'm taking about 100 HP from you. And then I put another Frostbite on you, I take about 200. Another 300. See what I'm saying? You see how much easier that is to fight the monster afterwards? So he's another example of cannon fodder. His sole objective is to use Frostbite and get that on the enemy, because I know Hoot Hoot is gonna get messed up. You know what I'm saying? Now on the off chance I do have him for like damage as well, because he is super effective to other monsters as well. But obviously when the mismatch is mismatching, then I just use him for cannon fodder really. Now, what you can do is you can also be really cheesy, and like I said, do the stacking method, do the baiting method, and everything else. I personally like to use every single type of monster in my party because I never know who I might need, and sometimes I forget who is effective against who. You know what I'm saying? I will say though, the best monster that I have encountered, like that has helped me throughout my entire journey, is Levite. So if you guys don't know who Levite is, let me go ahead and show you who Levite is. Let me leave the tower first. If I go to my index, I can actually show you who Levite is. This is Levite. You've probably seen him. So I like him so much. He's actually so insanely powerful. Because he turns into Lava Rock, which then Lava Rock is the first monster to have counter, like, which is such an amazing move, by the way. It's just it saved me a lot. It has saved me a lot, and on top of that, he has such insane amounts of HP and like just defense overall. And don't get me started on his traits. Everybody has a different trait. His trait is lifesteal 100% of burn damage dealt to foes. So if I just do a burn damage build, which I can do because I have cremate, which doubles the target's existing burn damage, and if I just put burn, so example, I have 10 burn, it'll double it, make it 20. See what I'm saying? I think the stack is 15 though. So I will say I think the total stack is 15. I'm not too sure on that, but I don't know. But yeah, I will definitely say Levite is the best monster in my opinion to bring into the tower, because he has always been helpful. Even against like types that he's disadvantaged against, he has always been very helpful to me. You get him in the lava crag area. You basically pass the little surskits guys, and then you keep going straight and to the right, you'll find them. They're super easy to obtain. They're like very early on monsters as well, but I think they're very useful because like you guys just saw in the earlier fight, even though he is super, like the monster guy I'm fighting in the tower currently, even though he's super effective against my guy, I was able to live the attack and then counter him. So basically, however much damage he does to me, I will do back to him. I think double. I'm not too sure of that. Basically, however low HP he makes me, so if I go down to 1 HP, I will like obliterate him. Probably like I'll do probably like 1,000 damage to him. You know, it goes based off of my HP and how much damage he does to me. So let me go ahead and let me try to put. Let me see if I can show you a good example of what my fights look like now, because right now it's just an uphill battle of just like trying to be better than him, basically. I really wish I had the materials to evolve my Grey Queen, but I just don't have evolution stones, which is very unfortunate in the game, because I'm pretty sure they do it so that people can't just like metagame it, I guess. But basically, let me go ahead and do this, switch to him, and see if I can actually beat this guy right now. Now, like I said, some monsters are immune to status effects, so you do have to be very wary of that. Let's see, because that's the only thing I can really do. If I had my deadly eruption, I would have used it so that he would have taken 60 damage each time, which would have been very, very nice. But I don't, unfortunately, I don't have that. I think he's buffed himself enough to be able to one-tap every single one of my monsters, unfortunately. That's completely fine. And some moves, like example this Fisher charge too, I will show you the description in a second, but basically it has a +1 priority, basically meaning it'll guarantee it'll go first, you know what I mean? So it's a very, very good move, and I really do recommend people, like, you know, people pay attention to moves like that, because example, I don't have it equipped right now because I currently have my piercing strike, but basically I had a move where it had a +1 priority as well as one of my fighting moves, and basically it, because my guy is already really, really fast, it makes it even more of a fast attack. Think of quick attack. You ever seen quick attack? It's kind of like quick attack. Let me see if I can go ahead and show you what I mean. Dash punch. Nope, sonic punch. Deals physical damage to the target with +1 priority, basically meaning it has more priority over whatever monster like move it's using. As far as I know, I don't think like friendship does anything just yet. Maybe it increases stats. I really don't know, but yeah, all I know is that he is, you know, pretty crazy. So but yeah, other than that, there isn't much to really talk about. I mean, obviously type advantage really does matter, so it's always good to, like, example for example for this guy, since he is a fighting type, I would want to have a flying type, bug type, psychic type, poison type. That's why I'm trying to like evolve this guy so that he can just like murderize this guy, because right now he doesn't have enough damage to really like beat him. So it's very unfortunate. However, I will say this guy has a crap ton of HP. Oh my gosh, 401 HP. That's a lot of HP because he's not evolved yet. That's a lot of HP. If you guys don't know who Grey Crane is, he is the flying boss. I don't know if you've definitely seen him. Like, you've all fought him, I'm pretty sure. He is this guy right here. If I go to my index, right here, he's this guy, the Thunder Crane. Very, very cool. Yeah. But other than that, guys, I think that's about all the tips I can really give you. Other than, you can also heal mid throughout the fight, so I do recommend healing. The best times to heal is when, example, it takes them a long time to beat one of your monsters, and he finally gets low enough for them to beat him. That's when I would heal him, because you want them to like have to beat him again, you know what I mean? Oh, you know what, another strategy that I like to use, because I have my Levite or Astronite, I like to use him to stall. So example, like I told you, his ultimates, my Lava Rock's ultimate, it does 60 damage or 6% max HP damage every single time. If I have my Astronites out, I will use their protect move. I'm pretty sure they're the only monsters that I've seen who have protect. So basically you are immune to all damage this turn. You are not immune to status effects, but you're immune to damage. So you only have 3 chances of this. However, you basically have 4 guaranteed rounds that you will survive. Even if your guy gets one tap, you will survive 4 rounds, basically stalling. So if I do like an average of 60 damage, that is 60 damage over 4 rounds. So 60 times 4, you know what I'm saying? That's 240. So 240 damage is already across the board, and that's only one monster. Now imagine I do it again with my Levite, and then I do that again with this guy, and then I do it again, you know what I'm saying? Eventually I will end up doing about, like, I don't know, like 700, 900 damage just from stalling him out. See what I'm saying? But I guess that all really depends on whether or not you can get Lava Rock's like ultimate out. But you know, that's the pain, you know. But that's why the game is fun. But yeah, guys, other than that, I really don't know what else to really talk about. If you guys have any other more questions, please let me know down in the comments below. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Later!